that gives me more time, doesn't it? Yeah, so circular economy in the built environment, a framework, that's what I'm going to present, implementing a digital product passport with knowledge graphs. Uh, a small background, you all know this probably, but we have a linear economy and that make issues, and we have the situation concerning the environment. So we look into other ways to work, and circular economy has been one way of working toward that more sustainable, environmental sustainability. So we have all these issues, but you probably know of them. So I focus on the last one. We also, as construction industry, are a big market for the manufacturing industry. And we are working with companies connected, well, that is defined as product producers, and see that they need knowledge concerning our way of working, BIM, that is. Also digital twin in the end, of course. But we see they are open-minded. They take also our students that we educate in BIM, so they can then use their knowledge to provide data to the construction industry in a better manner. So this is the focus, and as you see, you can do all this in different ways, but I have stated that we are working in between product, the manufacturing industry, product producer, and the building industry, working, of course, with digitalization. So, circular economy, yeah, you probably have seen this a lot, but we want to eliminate waste, continue use the resources more than we do today, hopefully in a circle so we keep it in there. So we just reuse and try to get the materials in a loop. And it's a lot of R's in circular economy, so recycling, reusing, repairing, remanufacturing. I think it's about 11 or 12 I have seen in papers. So it's a lot of new use cases that will come into play for having this circular economy. Yes, I skipped that one and continue. Circular economy, then, yes, for the new user cases, there will also be the requirements on information. So there are more information that need to be provided from the product producers to the construction industry to make this happen. One such tools to work toward this is digital product passports. And that's our focus, although we should say that it's a lot of names out there. So product data templates, environment product declarations, information delivery specifications, stating more or less the same things. So we need information provided from one part to another concerning products. But having EU-defined digital product passports, that's what we state that we are working with. And here you have a definition about the requirements concerning that. We also work with linked data and connected and more described as knowledge graphs. So working with ontologies as a base and then implement it using linked data or semantic web technology. And we started out in one project then with Elite Fönster, a window provider, and Fagerhult, a light fixture provider, so they provide then products to the construction industry. We also had an industrialized builder, Obos, in the project as a base. So this was the first project we worked with product providers and saw their interest. And they came back and stated, this is really interesting, you have knowledge here. And I think that states for all of us, we have a lot of knowledge that can be used by the product providers that they need, so we can collaborate in a better manner. There we used with linked data as a base. They thought that was really interesting, and I think this conference states that linked data or connected then to semantic lab have some gains there. So we stated knowledge graph, seeing that this is used as a term more and more. Did a literature review. Here you have the process that we used. We came then with 19 papers that we investigated more in detail and came up with these parts. And what we wanted to investigate is how should we work to help the product providers provide the information needed for the construction industry, and also facility managers. Maybe we focus on them more in this project. How should we go about? So we identified these themes. We also made this framework. There I briefly will just browse through. So we have these different steps. Of course, we should identify the user cases. We should identify and collect data from different participants. So it's a lot of different participants that will need to provide data for circular economy and the user cases connected to circular economy to be useful. Connect that also to standards, and I think linked data there you can connect the terminology from the product producers to the terminology that we use in our standards in our field is a very important part. Then modeling this using knowledge graphs and evaluate, of course, these models. We will then, after this, sorry for this was a little bit hard to see. We also should make this knowledge graph, the knowledge, of course, available using some kind of tool. APIs is more and more discussed, also connection from the product providers to the construction industry. They open up their information using APIs more and more. But also we have this with governance. Who should be responsible for what kind of data that need to be investigated and identified? Having that then, well then it should of course be useful having the different user cases. And here we just stated some of them. But it's a lot of user cases, as I stated before, connected to circular economy. And then of course try to get feedback and learn in this process so we can create better data. So this is the framework we are now working with together with mainly Fagerhult, the light fixtures provider, and investigate further. So this is the result of this paper. We are working and evaluate it. I also, you saw that I forced my PhD student making some advice to this paper. So automation in construction, there will be some papers in there, but you have a second choice. And I will also focus stating that one point here, we stay toward construction 5.0. I think it was really good yesterday to discuss human and data integration because we have an opportunity, provide information about products to our industry. That's one thing that we need to investigate, but there have been rather much there. But we also see one important part connecting back from buildings, from digital twin, the knowledge that we receive there or the data how should we go about also connecting that back to the product providers? So that's one part that you can send papers to this. Take the opportunity as a second chance at least. So that's what I had. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.